Hi, welcome back to Burning River Bushcraft. Today we're going to be going over a new trap for me, and this is the soup can trap. So the soup can trap is basically an open-bodied dog-proof trap. So this is like a coon cuff style trap. Basically it is everything except the cup portion of the trap. I've got a couple different versions here. This is a little grizz. This is a Z trap. So this is a pull trap only. So the animal on the little grizz has to pull up on the trigger bar. The Z trap is a push pull. So any paw that goes in this hole, push pull, whatever, it is going to go off. So this is not as species specific as the little grizz. With the soup can trap, the trigger is a push only. So right now it's in the set position. This is going to go inside a can or a container, and as I push up on it, the trap itself closes, and that's how you get the animal. So this has a lot of advantages to the more traditional bodied coon cuff or dog-proof trap, and I'm going to go over those right now. So I'm always looking for a packable trap. Raccoons are one of my favorite targeted animals whenever trapping, just because they're really prevalent in all the areas that I frequent. They're pretty easy to trap, and it's a lot of meat for the animal that you're actually getting. So one thing I like about the soup can trap is that it's so darn small. The chain itself will actually go in the can, minus the link. So you're looking at a package size about like this. So I can have two of these in less space than I've got one of the more traditional coon cuff style traps. These are made in the USA. They're a little hard to find. I actually got these on eBay, but I'll put the link in the description for the Soup Can's actual website. So as it's stated, this is just an empty can. This has got a weld bead, and it just sits right down into place. So you can set these with no tools at all. I can set these first. Then I can bait the can, put the whole assembly together, and then it's in there pretty well. There's a little groove for the top of the can to sit in. This is going to be secured, obviously, and then there's your trap. Now the nice thing about these, compared to the more traditional coon cuffs, the dog proofs tend to gum up over time. This is one area where, depending on what kind of bait you're going to use, I usually have to take a stick or something to just ream these out. I just set these, and we had a nasty rain come through. All the bait on all my traps had to get cleaned out. So I was in there with a stick, reaming it all out, rebaiting these whole things. With the soup can trap, that's one of the advantages, is I can just pop this whole thing off, clean it out, and I'm good to go. Now these are packable. This is something that you can have for other reasons. You can have a container like this. You can also, if you plan it right, you can pack your bait in. So in this case, this is a can of mackerel. I could have a couple cans of this. I could have my own food, and then as I run out of food, I can switch over, transition, and try to get into some raccoons. So I would pick something that I don't mind eating, but the raccoons would definitely like to eat. So these cans are cheap. These cans are disposable. These cans are not going to last long. That is another good thing about it. I have had my little grizz for quite a while, and they're made in the USA, super high quality trap. I've never had a raccoon escape from these. But with the lighter weight aluminum cans, obviously this is not going to last as long. So the body of this trap is disposable. The top portion, the trap itself, is high quality, made in USA. Just get a new can and keep rocking on. Now, as far as securing these, like I said, I like this as a pack trap. I can carry two of these in the same size as one traditional dog-proof trap. And I'm not going to be having stakes in that situation. Now, I bought a 6-pack of these traps. It did come with some cans just to demonstrate the purpose of it. And I also got some of these big U-nail staples. So these are perfect size to go through here and secure any game that you're going to be catching with a dog-proof trap like this. So when I received this package, also inside the can was some pre-made dog food that he's got. And this looks like some kind of cereal, but I'm sure this is a scented manufactured raccoon bait. A lot of times it's got a fish oil or something in it. These might be little marshmallows. Yeah, they definitely are little marshmallows in there. So something sweet for the raccoon to get. Again, the container that I'm going to be trapping with is going to be carrying the bait for me. So as far as packing a survival trapping system, this is like an all-in-one deal. So I'm going to be putting this one together again. This is another one. And there is a hole in here. And he did actually include an Allen wrench to help set the trap. It's not needed, but there's zero chance of catching yourself with this Allen wrench. So all I'm doing lets me cam the hole over, and then I'm just using gravity to flop the trap over. So that's all I'm doing. Here I'm going to be using a setter without the can just so you can see exactly what's going on. So I've got it locked in here. I'm lifting this down, and then I'm just flipping it over the top, and you can see that notch engages. And there's the set trap. So same thing, I could release this trap with the Allen. I'll just lift up a little bit and then let gravity take the trigger down, and then I'm going to ease up. Here's the same thing. This is a set unbaited can. So I'm going to put this Allen wrench in the hole. You hear the trigger flop down, and I'm going to ease it up. So this is not required, but I definitely am going to be including this in my kits just so I can do this when my hands are cold, and it eliminates any chance of injury. So this is definitely something we're checking out. I can carry 2 of these soup can traps for the same size as one traditional coon cuff. I get bait, I get staples. It's a pretty good system. I even got the setter. I'm going to be setting these in another video because I made a modification in an adapter to use something that I already carry with me. So that's going to make this even better survival trap. Until next time, this has been Jamie Boggs with Burning River Bushcraft. See you soon.